Adrian is his client, but...
God damn it.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness? About requesting a hit.
Yes?
How much is your fee?
I see you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
No. I'm not thinking of hiring...
Mr. Wright.
Yes?
You're gonna kill me dead, don't you?
Why would you think something like that?
Guilty, Mr. Figs, right? You're hereby declared guilty. I'm gonna kill you. Witness, let's continue.
Let's just ignore the judge.
Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? You don't fuck with tampering with scenes of crimes.
Yeah, don't fuck around and find out. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job.
Yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you. You kind of make a good butler, huh?
However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. de Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. Did it to frame another for the climate.
Are you talking about the button and the knife?
Yes, and my business card.
Oh, this card.
So that no one has to waste their time, including the police, I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. Try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
He's pretty devoted to his work.
But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight. That's something I cannot overlook.
It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. Or not without him being here.
While pretending to be the first person to discover the body enter the scene. This is a weird, this is an incomplete thought.
Yeah,
but you still have to press it.
It's weird. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing?
That's correct. Usually, most people would try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi, too.
No, I already told you, I have no intention of using your services, ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here?
Better watch your back, Mr. Wright.
I'm gonna get you before you get me.
Adrian knew that Juan was dead.
From the very beginning?
That's correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times.
I wonder if that's really true.
Yeah, it's kind of a new piece of information, is it not?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Oh, it is a thing.
Yeah, that's probably the statement we need to focus on then. More appalling was the planting of the knife and button.
So why do you think your client did that?
What do you mean by why?
Well, I mean, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Ungard.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That act is what he's referring to when he said that the client broke the rules.
And that's all you have to testify.
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again? As in you plan to continue?
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor of the
Was he a
De Killer
Sith?
name.
You fucking Sith?
Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse me?
We can train you to be an assassin.
No. I'm fine, really.
We know how to bend bullets by shooting them while throwing our arms really hard.
Unfortunately, it'll make you wanted.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now.
What are you going to do now, Phoenix?
All I can do now is expose the lies.
That's true. However, you realize that you'd be very bad. That would be very bad for our client, right?
I'm so confused. One thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet.
Alright.
So it's probably the one where, this one. Yeah, that one was weird.
Wait, yeah, it was this one. This one.
That was the weird one where both Edgeworth and you said that's weird.
Should we try pressing it again, or should we? What do we have on us that would potentially be like an issue?
Oh, the wine glass.
Why the wine glass?
She claimed she had poured the wine because, or the tomato juice, because she didn't even realize he was dead, so he poured a cup for her, right?
Oh, I guess so. So this would just be.
And no one has ever contradicted that.
I suppose you're right. But before we do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and save.
A lot of saving.
All right. Let us present.
Objection!
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. De Killer.
The killer.
What's the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered.
But how do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass.
The gloss. Mr. De Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice is poured for the victim.
Isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what's your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all.
This fucking radio.
How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Objection.
Phoenix. If De Killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know, I say out loud. Objection. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Sorry.
I like that they're doing a thing.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well.
Right now, I have to buy us more time while we wait for the items De Killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items.
This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I've made no mistakes. So you physically met with your client, huh? Give me 1 second. I need to take a call.
Okay. Let me mark this here. 4614. How are you doing, Sarah?
Okay.
You doing okay?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Okay. I think I read the line before I stopped.
You did.
Okay. All right, I'm back.
Oh, maybe you could just read it again just in case.
So you physically met with your client, huh? That's correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Oh, the music.
Week ago.
1 week ago. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Please, stop.
In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
A specific date and time?
Interesting. Night of the award ceremony.
Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? Let's press further. So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
The bear?
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there would be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
Must be talking about this bear puzzle.
Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. Naturally. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That's correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Maybe?
Interesting.
That seems like it's very important.
Yeah, probably.
The testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is the client knew the secret of the bear figurine.
Oh, that's true.
Huh? Why is everyone so quiet?
Mr. Wright, and I think all of us already knew that.
Oh, really? Oh.
Witness, please continue with your testimony.
They're just like, let's just ignore him and move on.
Wait, does that mean that...
I bet some of these just have that, and that was just the wrong one, but there's no penalty for it.
I guess so. And the hypothetical client in question is Adrian, so yeah, she would know about the
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Okay, we met at a certain bar.
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was it, the brief pause? Oh, we should definitely press that. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken requests by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. The only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
It was very important. Of course it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. de Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews?
I guess so.
You see, it's just as I said.
I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here?
Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
Now then, would the witness please continue? Trust his memory, believe he's made no mistakes.
Your client was Adrian Andrews.
That is correct.
Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around.
You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere.
Talk about a delicate balance.
Oh God.
So this seems like it's another thing where we have to keep pressing again, like the same thing again.
All right. Just gonna press this one because it's the first thing that has like stuff. What if we let it go on purpose?
All right, let's let it go. Let's let it go. Let's let it go. Let it go. Even if I ask about them, it'll only be a guess. I see. That's fine then. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Maybe this one?
If we let this one go, then what happens?
So you physically blah blah blah. Let it go. Probably just my imagination. Maybe you have to press them and then...
Wait.
Oh, can we believe that your testimony up to this point has been reliable? Oh, no. Maybe we have to press them, and then there's another option.
Was there?
I think after that they talk, the judge asks you, "Is this important?"
Well,
you
that's
say,
true.
Press further. And now you say it's not important. Why he meets his client is not important. And that wasn't the point.
Okay, this might be our way in now.
Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Oh, that seems important.
I would say so, too.
If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Huh? Really? I didn't hear anything because I'm stupid. If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client. That's perfect.
Yeah. Well, as we know now, that was not how it turned out, correct?
What do you mean?
I mean, Adrian Andrews turned out to be a huge asshole of a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right?
Well, yes. I suppose you are correct. So I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate? Okay. So then. Oh shit! I meant to hit R.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. This is Zoom. I'm pretty sure we should present evidence here.
I'm pretty sure we just present Adrian's own profile, right?
Oh yeah, because she's a lady, and he keeps saying
that makes any sense.
Yeah. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time?
Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
Oh?
What?
Shelly de Killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Oh shit.
Why would you say that?
Because you made one very big slip up about her.
This seems like a very odd development to have now because, well, I guess Shelly de Killer wasn't listening to court proceedings.
But also, I feel like he would do some research before he did.
Yeah, like he ought to know who Adrian is. Like Juan's assistant. Like,
yeah, he probably like try to scope out everyone who would be there so that he can like.
Yeah, he should know. This is kind of a dumb thing.
Yeah. No, this is exactly the way this stuff works in this fucking game.
I think this is another thing that Japanese language allows for more obfuscation with, like
because they have a lot of gender neutral way of talking.
Yeah, most of the time when you're talking about someone and not naming them, you won't actually include genders much at all. Which is why so often when you like put translations through like Google Translate or DeepL or something, it will just default to he regardless of who you're talking about.
Right.
So that's probably in play here somewhere. What did you just say just now? About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman.
She's a real woman.
I like the idea that when he's flustered, he doesn't hold his thing to he doesn't hold his persona together, and he's kind of like
Order in the court, Mr. Wright. What's the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following: that he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their request.
But he never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. de Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
What? Oh, that's so weird looking. I don't like that.
That looks
Ew.
way worse in HD
really
than it ever did on the DS, actually.
Why
really
did
disturbing.
Why did they use such huge globules of oil?
I mean, it looked like that, but
really
it wasn't
don't like
rendered
it.
like that. It had more defined outlines and stuff, so it didn't look so weird and
But even then, it's too big. The oil is too big.
Really gross.
It never looked great on the DS, but it looks far worse here.
Oh no! It looks like a bunch of slugs going down,
Yeah,
like that. I don't
there's
like it
too
at all.
much volume to this.
and they're so smooth.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one.
So what
However,
radio holds oil?
why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. de Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so, he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. If he had been prudent, he would have used non-gendered pronouns,
Yeah,
which totally exist, but
yeah.
whatever.
Could have just said them the whole time, which he did in one sentence, actually.
Yeah.
So
What's going on? Shelly de Killer, this court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So, does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
Arg! He's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail, even though I previously stated I did no such thing. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client.
Just
Yes,
came in
I'm
the
just
mail.
Going back on what I said, the
Definitely
request
not a
was
trap.
for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things.
Sure, small things.
He also wanted a Crunchwrap Supreme. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man.
The client was Sarah. She asked for some potato soft tacos from T-Bell.
They took this job through a letter.
Sarah's not denying it. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he's definitely lying.
Be careful, Phoenix.
Don't wreck him too hard or else he'll run away.
He's like a Pokemon.
It's true.
If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us.
I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this.
I don't know why you feel that way, but okay.
As long as he's standing there across from me.
Aw, he does love him.
Oh, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Cross counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Took it by mail. Will we just go off with the
Oh, just say that you always meet your clients? It's fucking...
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
Well, didn't you meet your client this time?
No, I did not.
Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Apparently that was your silkiest voice.
Oh, come now. All right, then. Just cough it up and confess.
Confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness such harsh words like confess.
And cough.
You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling and pointing and shouting objection. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. De Killer met with his client?
I
feel like we can just say I don't for now and then just continue on.
I can't think of any proof either.
Yeah, I don't think we necessarily have any, like, right this moment.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
I see. And your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong.
Ha ha!
I'm saving that one.
I've been holding that one.
There have been times when he took a job without having me at the client.
And why could you not meet certain clients?
Recently, I've been receiving more requests, and there's been a pandemic lately. If I met each and every client, I would expose myself to further chances of infection. And lose some nice business opportunities.
Delta variants and whatnot.
Nice business opportunities. On top of which, the times have changed, what with the pandemic. It is now the age of pandemics and computers, correct? Well, but I have joined the times and now take requests via electronic mail.
I'm now imagining this is Bane. Like he's wearing a mask.
Yeah, kind of.
So with his own built-in air system. So he probably could actually.
Electric mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
I like the electric mail.
Well, that leans even harder into this joke.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
It's just the word now.
Email.
In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down.
It's true. That is how he's written.
Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and
the murder of Juan and 2 or 3 other small things.
2 or 3 other small things?
Yes.
Oh, what were these other things?
A few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
Oh, come now. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? No. It'd be really bad. Okay, it'd be really bad if I push his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Press.
Fine.
Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Are you hiding some Taco Bell in there? Huh?
Mr. Attorney.
Yes?
Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
Oh, the radio was angry. That's...
I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one...
Wait. Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Press further.
You know something I don't?
No, I just want to press further.
Because if you really don't know that this is safe, I want to save right now.
I don't know, but I also don't imagine that the case will end by pressing further.
Probably. I mean, we don't see the meter up, so...
Yeah. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
Man, where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase.
And then what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client? Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish.
One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. Wait, is number 2 also here? No.
What do you mean number 2?
Well, because he said 1 or 2 different things, right?
Oh, no, I think he probably only talked about... I found this figurine at Mr. On Guard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? It's a fair point.
I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. On Guard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
I think so.
Let's just say so.
So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that statement there is a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here...
He will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence.
She's right. So now what, Dr. Wright? I think there is evidence.
What would it be?
So specifically, if Adrian Andrews was supposed to get the note, right?
Yeah.
She has said over and over again that the first thing she would do is burn it, right?
Yeah.
Since she knows how to open the bear, and she knew the note was in the bear, why wasn't it burned? Why was it just placed?
That is a fair point. All right, but do we have evidence that would say this?
That's the thing. Neither the bear nor the suicide note specifically say Adrian Andrews wants to burn it.
Well,
So
if it is, like, what you say makes sense, but if what you're saying is the current, like, thing we're trying to point to, then either the note or the bear should work.
Right, but usually they're, like, really, like, specific... Is there anything about Adrian saying she wanted to burn it? I don't know.
Not in our own evidence, I don't think. Nope.
Yeah, none of that would say it. It could just be presenting the note and being like, there's a note in here. You know? And if there was a note, she would have burned it. Maybe that's the jump in logic they're gonna make. So maybe it's just a note.
Let's
not
try.
Not just the bear itself. Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine. And she told you to take the bear and wait for her at On Guard Mansion. Is that correct?
Yes. Where are you going with this?
Well, I think you might have remembered a few things incorrectly.
What?
This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. That could still be presenting to note.
Yeah, possibly. You didn't read Phoenix's line, though.
Oh, I don't think it is. Oh, sorry. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear.
I mean, we went in here with nothing more than these two things, so
Right.
let's just try. Nope.
Nope. Oh, well, it was. Okay, Shelly de Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it.
All right, it's exactly as I said, but the way you present it is so...
That is a bit odd.
This item?
I see where you're going.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where's everyone going? I need to pack a suitcase. Look at me, being a big old clown.
Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony.
And I was going to burn it for her sake.
If even for a single minute this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
Order. So that's where you two are going. I'm not gonna pack anything.
So, by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not.
That's enough. If that's your intention, there's only one thing for me to do.
Oh, wait, please.
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
No, please. Not that. Please, wait.
Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise...
This is a weird look.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you alright, bro? Mr. Edgeworth, is he alright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should...
Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... Oh,
I can hear your thoughts, right?
From across the room.
The prosecution...
What's come over everyone? Even you're...
The prosecution rests.
What's going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What?
What? What?
Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that's the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. de Killer's testimony is accurate. Now, me and the Shelly de Killer's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
if I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt on guard, would be declared innocent. And in this place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Miss Andrews. Be charged with murder.
Yes, that's been your conflict this whole day.
Prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant Matt on guard to the stand.
The items from De Killer's hideout didn't make it in time.
God damn it, Gumshoe.
God damn it.
We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out.
Meanwhile, Gumshoe is bleeding in the side of a road.
His brains have poured out. I can't believe it.
The outcome now lies in your hands.
Hey. Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide.
Dang.
Or maybe that's not the right tone. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Oh man. Oh, he's doing it in public.
Oh shit.
So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. On guard, what an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. That refreshing like a spring breeze crap. It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer?
Why did he doesn't need to do this.
I don't know. He's just being really evil and shitty for no reason.
I am evil.
I'm evil, god damn it.
Should I side with justice? Apollo justice? Or should I save Maya's life?
Not Apollo Justice. He's not even born yet.
You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay?
But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. And also she'll likely die because apparently we just killed him right away. If I say he's guilty or not guilty, either choice I make, someone's life is going to end.
What?
It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, your client, Mr. Matt on guard's innocent, no matter how shitty he is. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's gonna say what I want, aren't you? Right.
I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt on guard, is guilty.
Guilty?
Guilty.
Is this the fork here?
No, this is not.
Okay.
She's mad.
We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. That selection wasn't enough to make you say anything. Matt on guard, your client deserves an answer.
He's paralyzed.
Oh, that was a weird actual, line.
Maya, I'm sorry.
But you're gonna die tonight.
Matt on guard is...
Ow, shit.
Oh, wow.
she's Franziska von Karma. Or Madame Guard is Franziska von Karma.
Yes.